Alright, hey guys, welcome to the first playthrough of Endless Winter for our 5x5 challenge that we're going to be doing this year. So if you guys don't know, if you didn't catch the videos from last year talking about it, we're going to be doing a 5x5 challenge, playing 5 games. We're doing 5 playthroughs of 5 games over the course of 2025, and Endless Winter is one of the games that you guys chose. So this is going to be the first game in that series. We're going to be doing playthroughs with all the expansion content and things like that, and kind of just seeing how all this stuff integrates in with the game. So with that being said, we are playing base game with the modules that come inside of the base game, as well as the Mammoth module. So we've got that sitting here. I'm not very good at this game. I know there's been a lot of talk about how the game is fairly easy in solo mode, so I'm going to play on like the normal mode, and then if we end up winning, then I'll crank it up on the next playthrough. But the idea is that each playthrough will introduce a new expansion. So we'll do an expansion with the ancestors, one with the rivers and rafts, and one with the cave paintings, and then there's some other modules here and there we'll throw in. And then at the finale of the Endless Winter playthroughs, we'll throw everything all together, and we'll do a big playthrough of all of encompassing as much as we can. So I'm not going to get too much into how the game plays, but I will explain kind of things as we're going. And the Mammoth in particular, the way the Mammoth works is that anytime we would we'd move 2 of our tents, we can forego that movement to place this on any kind of juncture of 3 tiles. So like this, like somewhere we'd place a village, and in doing so, the Mammoth creates additional influence in those regions. And if the Mammoth is in a region there, its influence is equal to the round number. And if you lose influence there, if you don't have influence there, then or less than the Mammoth's or the other player's influence, you don't get the reward. But if you have equal to or greater than, then you will get double the reward. Gain the depicted benefits of the hex twice. So we get double the reward. What happens with the AI is that the AI will move this. So when it goes to move its inner 2 tents, because when it'll attempt to build a village, and if it can't, it'll move its inner 2 tents. When it does that, it moves this to the opposite juncture across those 2 tents. So in this example, it would move it here. It doesn't put it on the juncture that's involving the middle tile, even though this can be placed there, even though a village cannot. It will be moved there in relation to the 2 tents. So that's how that works. So we'll keep that in mind as things go on. The megalith area was just randomly selected. There are 5 suggested setups. So I just rolled dice and picked one because I thought it'd be a little more interesting. And we'll actually kind of scoot that in just a tad bit there. We also have the module, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. The module, the rest token. So when we rest, we can take that token. The AI doesn't care about that. And then we have the glacier token. So whenever we would place a village or a tent on one of those tokens, we'll flip it over. And then I'm trying to see. And then to use any of the modules slow game rules listed in general, the nomad. Okay, so the nomad would gain the benefit of the, but I don't know if it starts out flipped because there's a deal there. I don't think the nomad interacts with and gains the benefit of the token. Okay, so when those flip over, they get the benefits too. So we'll go over that when the time comes. But basically, whenever a camp ends there, we'll flip it over, and then it'll give us a reward that when we build a tent adjacent to it, we'll get that, or a village adjacent to it, we'll get that reward. So there's going to be some keeping track of some stuff. We're the green player. We're going to be going against the yellow player. I typically do purple and red, but because I never touch the green stuff and the yellow stuff, I figure let's try those out. So our starting setup, we've got Chief Tuskbreaker, and I've chosen the side that when we go to the hunting action, I think that's what it's called. When we go to this space, we actually get a tool. And our starting resources, so our starting hand involves our starting card, which we got a shaman, brave, tribeswoman, and then we have 2 random cards, so it's a tribesman and our altars card. We also start, because we're the second player, we start with an additional food, and then I don't think I have the card here. Here it is. This was my starting resource card, so it's 2 tools of food. We get the bird card and the glyptodon, and then we start with the shaman. And then he also got a pink for his starting deal. So let's just get into it, and yeah. Here, let me set my hand here. We'll play with the first card with the AI. So we're gonna flip the nomad card. I don't think I have a preset for this, so let's kind of come down here. So the way he works is he's going to look, and we're going to pick the column. We're going to pick the column that is free. So at the beginning of the game, they're all free. And he's going to place one of his workers there and then do everything down the line. Now, if we were playing on a hard mode, we'd have an additional card there, but we don't for what we're doing. So he's going to go to that action. He's going to add an animal to the hunting ground and take an animal that he wants, and then take a random animal off the top of the deck. So we'll send him here. And then the first time you go to one of these places, you get this bonus action on this worker placement spot, but he blocks me from getting that, so he'll get it. So he adds one here, and then he looks for one that he wants, and he would prioritize the Glyptodon because that's what he has. However, since he doesn't have that, we use the decision arrow on this card. So we'll go down here, and the decision arrow is down, is right into down. So he'll take the rightmost card and then the southernmost card. So he'll take this one and add it to his collection. And then he takes a random card off the top of the deck, and it's going to be Sloth. So he gets the ground Sloth. So he's got a nice little collection there of animals, which is sort of a bummer because I get my bonus for sending my chief there. So we're going to probably wait to go there, just because I don't want to. I want to make sure I get some benefits here. So, kind of real quick, looking at the top of the board here, we do have some interesting. Here are the what are these things called? Sacred stones. So the sacred stones we have for Era 1 are the ones that just we gain 2 points if a village is adjacent to at least one of those depicted hexes. So we've got the forest looking hex, the waterfall hex, and this like mountain terrain hex. So if we could get something built out here, maybe that could be nice to grab one of those stones. This one gives us a point for each one of our megalith tokens out, and then we'll go on to the Era 2 stuff when the time comes. This actually could come in handy if we get some more of those. We could turn them and get some stuff. So, okay. So where do we want to go, I guess, is going to be the ultimate question. And I do have a culture card, so I'm going to play my culture card first. So we're going to play this culture card Altars. By spending a tool, we can place out a megalith tile. So we're going to place this out. And I think... where do we want to go? I think we want to go here. Whoops. I think we might want to go... I could set myself up to try to get one of my villages out, and then maybe look for taking one of those tiles. So we'll go here, and then we'll, because we placed this out, lets us do the action again, and we'll place this here for 2 food. So we've done our culture card. I have no more culture cards to play. So I think then, if we want to, let's go here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place out, let's see, what strength do we have? This will give us 5 or 4 strength, which is way too much. I only really need 2. We can spend a tool to put out a tent. And I'll get to put out another one, but we get the movement. So let's do this. Let's put out this and this. We'll put out these 2 for our strength. We have 1, 2. We have 2, and then 2.5. So, or 1.5 on both, so 3, and then we get a 4th one. So you get 4 total strength. I'm going to spend one of these to put a tent out here. I could spend a food for another tent, and I can place out another, or for another tool, and then use that tool to place out another tent, which I think is probably what I want to do. So let's do that. We'll spend the tool for another tent, and then spend that, or for another thing and spend that. And then we have 4 movement actions. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. We did flip this. So whenever we build a tent here, we can take one of the cards here into our discard pile, and then bury a card, which is great. And then we're going to, so we've done this action. We're going to move down here. We're going to spend 3 food to build out a tent, or a village, and we'll place that village there. These all get placed back. So then I'll get this bonus. I can send a card. I'm going to send this card, bury that card, which is kind of a bummer because I had it in my hand to use, but that's okay. And then we're going to add one of these to our discard pile. And I think I'm going to add this hunter to my discard pile. Yeah, so we've done that. And then we're going to go down here and we'll get the bonus, which is to place a tent out and move it. And we're going to move that tent. I think we're going to move it here. We'll see what that does for us. We only have 1 card left, which is not super great, but maybe we'll rest, get that rest bonus, and try something after that. So that's going to be our turn. We'll go with the Nomad now. So now we're going to flip. He'll look to see, and and then he gets an additional action now. So he's going to place out in this column. He will do a Megalith action. So consulting his board, he's going to go to the rightmost, downmost spot, which is going to be this one. The rightmost spot, he can place a gray. And then he's going to connect it off of that one. And he's going to go to the rightmost spot, downmost spot, which would be this, which is going to get him 2 meat. He'll bury a card, so when he buries a card, he has a pile of a sacrifice deck, which is comprised of 5 Era 1 and 5 Era 2 cards, and then those are cards he'll score at the end of the game. So he's going to tuck those there to score, and then he's going to do another Megalith action, taking this. Rightmost spot, downmost spot would be this one, which is just another random card, which he gets this moose. Okay, we may have to start collecting his cards up here just so we can see what he's got. Yeah, we'll kind of just see what this leads us to. Okay, so that is going to be his turn. We are go now. I'm going to probably rest on one turn, but I do got to figure out exactly how we want to do this. We're going to send him here, and because we went there, we get a tool. We are going to play this. And we get 1.5 strength. We're going to spend the 1 strength in the tool for an animal. And we're going to take, I think we're going to take this saber-toothed cat. We can come down here and basically exhaust it to get the resources. And we're going to do that to the cat. So we're going to get 2 food and 2 tools. And I'm just going to set this up here because now it's no longer counted towards endgame scoring. And then that's going to be our go. And then the Nomad will take his final turn in the round. He will go here, but because it's been used, he'll go here. So he's going to go to this spot. He will do the action of moving his tents around. So right now he can't move his tents or he can't build a village, so he's going to move his tents. He's going to move these tents here. And then this will go to this spot, but can't, so it's not going to move because we haven't placed it yet. So it's not, this spot's occupied. If it wasn't occupied, he'd place the deal here, but he can't. So he places that there. Then he's going to try to get a stone here, but he can't afford to buy a sacred stone. So if he can't do a sacred stone, he's got a priority of doing a Megalith action. So he's going to pick the leftmost uppermost spot, which he can't place here. So I guess he would place the leftmost spot would be this spot. It's the only spot he can do. So he's going to place it there, which for him lets him get a tool. Then we're going to come down. Now he can't afford a sacred stone, so he's going to spend a food and a tool to get a sacred stone. It's going to be the leftmost one available to him, which will be this one because we're still in Era 1. He gets to bury a card. And he'll just score 2 points during the eclipse. And then finally, he'll take a random card from the top of this deck, which is another one of the slots. Okay, and that got discarded for me. My go, I'm going to rest. And when I rest, I'm going to go ahead and take this token. To activate this token, I also get to draw a card. And then I can slide an animal over. I believe that's how this works. Let me just double check. And I get to do that action because, So the first player in a round to place a figure on the rest space chooses before performing any other actions of the rest action to either take the face-up token. You may use the effect of the rest action before, after, or between effects of your rest action. If 2 effects are depicted on the rest token, you may resolve them in either order. At the end of the turn, place the rest token face down on the bottom of the stack, whether it was you used it or not. So I'm going to use this to do this Megalith action. And now we can connect to some stuff that's adjacent. So I think I'm going to connect it to there to draw 2 cards. And we used it, so that's going to be done. We'll put it on the bottom. But we get, for the eclipse, we're going to do our eclipse pile. And he's got 1 because he didn't make a pile, and I have 1.5. So I'm going to keep my hand. I'm not going to put any of these towards the eclipse pile. And now we're going to move on to the eclipse phase. So during the eclipse phase, we're going to use this to determine turn order. And because I have more strength, because I have 1.5 and he only has 1, I will take turn order, which means I go first next round. I also get to do, now we're going to resolve stuff. We're going to get our income, basically. And I'm going to get to do a Megalith action, so I get to place this out. And we're going to place this out I guess this lets me just take a culture card for free. Yeah, I'm going to take this one, and it goes in my hand. So I get that culture card, which is great because that's going to be a lot of tools. He would get to draw a card, but he doesn't draw a card. He just buries a card, so he's going to bury this card. I guess let me do all my stuff first. So, and I don't have any cards in my Eclipse pile, so I don't resolve any of those. The terrain board, I have control here, so I get 2 meat. And I also get a Megalith action. So I get to place this out. We're going to place this out onto... Let's place it here to get some animals. So we'll flip and reveal, and we'll take an animal. And I think I'll take this moose. Put this back on the bottom here. So we've done that. I'm tied here with him. So since we're going to be playing those rules, where like if we're tied, we both get it. So I'm going to move up in this track. And then my board, I get an axe, and I also get a card. So I've got 5 cards, plus the 5 I'm going to draw for my turn. Okay, so that was my my Eclipse stuff. Now let's do the AIs. So we've already done his berry. We're going to do the terrain stuff. So he goes up on this track. So 1, he gets an axe. He goes up again on this track. He gets 2 points. And that gets him nothing. Then we will, I guess this does flip because if he builds something there, he knows what it is. So I guess that does flip if he's been there. So we're going to treat it that way. Then we'll go to his board. He will get another axe or a tool for that. And he'll get 2 points for that. Having one of those tokens. And I believe I buried one of his cards. I should have buried one of his cards for that. So I think I did. I buried a card. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. So if I didn't, my bad. Okay. So that's going to be it. So we're going to reshuffle this up. We're going to refill this. We're going to refill this. So it's number of players plus 1. And we're first in turn order. So we're going to take our workers back. Take his workers back. And okay, and we're going to draw up to 5. So there's 1, and then we're going to 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I got a card, 10 cards in my hand. A lot going on here. So I want to first do my culture card here. We're going to play altars. We're going to spend this for a Megalith action. This is going to let us place out here. And we're going to draw. Oh, I feel like it's a waste, though, because I can't draw the 2 cards yet. Let's go here for one of these cards, and I'll take this to my hand. So we've done that action. Now we have a whole bunch of stuff we can do. So it's really kind of our choice. I think I want to work towards getting a sacred stone. So let's go here, and we're going to play out 1, 2, 3. We're going to play out 3 for a culture card. And I think I'm going to grab this one, which is that what I want? No, we're going to take spit roasting. So we're going to take this. And I'm going to move down here and spend 1 food and 1 tool to take a sacred stone. I'm going to take this one. Place that on my board. It lets me bury a card. I'm going to bury this card. And then here I get a tool and a food. And we're going to end the turn. So those get discarded. All right, let's see what they do. So they're going to go to the animal section, which is where I wanted to go next, but that's okay. They're going to take the top card, do this, and they're going to take a card. So they're going to preference... I don't know if it's they preference the one they have the most of, or they just preference one they need, because they're going to score more of the sloth. The nomad takes an action card that matches one they already have, ignoring any types they have 4 or more, unless there's no other option. If there are more than 1 suitable card, use a targeting arrow to determine which card they take. Okay, so they're going to take left. They want these 2, so they're going to take the left one based on their targeting card. Then they're going to take a random card from the top, which is going to be this Mammoth. And I'll put that underneath their board. Okay, that's their turn. So our go. I think I want to play this culture card, which is going to give me a food, and the top card of the deck, which is another bird. So that's a set, or no, those are wild, so they can go with whatever. So we got our food. Now, where do we want to? Do I want to play another culture card, or do I want to just move on somewhere? I think we go here, and I'm going to play out 1, 2, no, 1, so 1, 2, and I'm going to spend the tool for make this 4. So we get a total of 4 here. No, that's too many. Hold on, I messed up. So 1. We'll just do 2. We'll do 2. We'll say that's 2. No, this one. We'll just do this one. Just do 2. We're gonna do 2 effects. We're gonna use 2 tools to get 2 cards from here and add them to our hands. We're gonna take a shaman for 1, and we're gonna take this crafter for the other. We're gonna spend a food to take the shaman to our discard pile and bury this card. And then we're going to come down here and go up on the honor track and then bury another card, and we're going to bury this card. That's mostly why I wanted that action, was to bury a bunch of stuff. Okay. So now they're going to have to go here because that's what the preference is. Oh, I didn't flip over this, by the way. Okay. So, and they want to go there anyway. So they're going to go here. They're going to get a point for each glacier token or thing they're on. So they're on 1, so they'll get 1 point for that. They'll attempt to build a village, which they will. They'll use their targeting arrow for the rightmost spot available, which will be this one. So they build a village there. That gets them a random animal card, and it gets them a meat for that action. And then we'll do this to... Oh, wrong card. We'll do this. This is their scoring for animal cards. I don't know why it's got the same back. They're going to move their villages here and here. This will flip. Not their villages, I'm sorry, their tents. And then they're going to get points for being on glaciers, and they have get 1 point for being on a glacier. Okay, so I probably want to get some animals, especially because I get stuff for them. So we'll play this culture card, which is going to get us 3 tools. We're going to go here, which gets us a 4th tool. Then the question is, how exactly we want to do this? We're definitely going to play this hunter because it gives us a strength for taking that action. So that's going to be 2. It's going to be 2. It's going to be 2. I kind of want to keep some of this for my pile. We'll say 3. So we get 3 there. I am going to take... I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 to take all 3 of these. So we get another one of those guys, and we get those. Then I can go here to tap one of them. I'm going to tap this guy here to go up on this track twice. And then I'm here. And then these get discarded. And then for my Eclipse pile, I'm going to keep this in my hand, but I'm actually going to put all these into my Eclipse pile. So that's going to make my Eclipse pile. Okay. They're going to go. They're going to go in this action. So they're going to do a Sacred Stone. They're going to build this Sacred Stone out for themselves by spending a tool and 2 food. That's going to let them get a tool. They're going to take a culture card. They're going to take this culture card here and add it to their sacrifice deck. They're going to take 2 cards face down to be their Eclipse pile. And they're going to take a random animal from the top of the deck. It's going to be a saber-toothed cat. And then that's their turn. So let's go to the Eclipse phase. They have 2 total, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 total. So we keep turn order. The Communal Feast is a card I'm keeping in my hand, but we'll keep turn order. So we'll rearrange for turn order. right now, which we stay, and then we'll do our effects. So, turn order track, I do a Megalith action. We're going to place this Megalith here on top. What this does is gives me 2, 4, 5, 6 points. So we're tied. Because I get 2 points for each one of my tiles that I place on top of, and 1 point for each one that isn't mine. So we place the Megalith out. Then we're going to do our Eclipse pile. So I get to do 2 tent movements. I'm going to forego those 2 tent movements to place this out somewhere. I'm going to place it out here, which will become very clear here in a moment. I'm going to get to bury a card. We're going to bury that Tribesman. And then we're going to get to go up on a track. I'm going to go up on this track here. Next, we're going to do the terrain board. Now, again, the terrain board. So it says if you have equal or greater influence than the Mammoth, and any other player, gain the depicted benefits twice. Because we have equal, because our these give us 2. Those give us 2 influence, I believe. There's so many little minute things. Each village gives you 2 influence on the 3 hexes. So I get 2 influence. The Mammoth is 2 influence. So I get 4 meat, which I don't get the whole thing. But more importantly, I get 2 Megalith actions. So the first one is going to come out, and it's going to go here to draw us 2 cards. So we get 1. We'll shuffle our deck. 2. Then our second one will go here, getting us 6 points again, putting us at 12. Here I don't win that one because he's got a village, so I don't get that one, unfortunately. Then at our player board, we get 1 point for every tile on the bottom, so we have 5 points for that. We get to go up on a track, so we're going to go up on this track, which gets us 2 points. We're going to get a tool. We're going to get a card draw. Okay, he gets to draw a card, which buries a card for him. He will look here. He goes up on this 1 space. He gets 2 meat, 2 points, a tool, 4 points for this, a tool, and to bury a card. And then I believe I've got everything. So we're going to go on to Era 2. So with Era 2, we pick up these culture cards. These are removed from the game. And now we're on to the Era 2 culture cards, which are going to be a little more powerful. We need to shuffle his deck back up. And now the Era 2 Sacred Stones are in play. So let's get our workers back. We are going to put out more animals. We are going to put this tile back on the bottom. Flip over the new tile. And we get to draw our 5 cards. So I've got 4 already. Okay. Alright, and we're first player. So I think my goal right now is going to be to try to get one of these things up here. And I'm looking at this one and this one, because if I can start tapping some more of these animals, for every different kind I've done that with, I'm going to get more points. So I could grab that Glyptodon up there and kill him. So I think the first thing for sure is to play spears. We'll go up to maximum, our maximum up there. And then do I have the card? Do I have a card for going there? Yes. So I think we're definitely going to go here. That's going to give me 2. That's going to give me 2, 3. 3.5. It's going to give me 3.5, which I'm fine with. So I'm going to get 3.5. I'll take a culture card. Let's take... This might be good. We can tap these animals. Ooh, but this will also get me some animals to tap. So we're going to take Tusks. We're going to take Tusks as our culture card. We're going to go down here and spend 2 food and a tool to take this one. So this will score us 4 points for the next 2 rounds. I think, and I'll place it here. That also take one of these cards and put one of these cards on our discard pile. And I'm going to end my go. And then I get a tool and a food. Okay. Okay. The AI goes, Nomad. He is going to place in this column. He's going to get 1 point for each glacier that he's on. And then he's going to build another tent, or a village, I mean. He's going to build the leftmost, uppermost spot. So it's going to be this one. He builds there. Then he'll move... Yeah, it's the leftmost spot, which would be that one. Or, yeah, it'd be this one. And then he's going to move the... I think that's how I'm reading that. And then he's going to move these over here. So this flips, and this flips. Okay, that's his go. So we're going to play for our culture card. We're going to play this. We're going to spend a food. We're going to flip over from the offering. We're going to take an animal from the offering. So I'm going to take this. And then we can kill one of the animals. And we're going to kill... We're going to kill any of these guys? I kind of want to use them. Now I kind of want to complete sets. Because I don't have enough stuff going on up here. It's like a waste of resources if I do that. So I don't think we're going to kill anybody. But we're going to play this. And this. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3. We're going to spend a tool to make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. We're going to go here. It's going to get us a tool back. So we're going to spend a tool. Or we're going to spend 1 of our 5 to put 2 out. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3. Or spend 1 of our 5. So we spent 3 to take this, this, and this. Is that what I want to do? No, maybe I want to take these 3 instead. I'll take just these 3. And then we can go down here to kill something. And I am going to kill this moose. And we get to place a village out and get 4 food. And then we go in here, we take the top card of the deck, which would be a mammoth. Okay. Okay. The nomad will go. He's going to go in this column, but can't because I've taken it. This is the only unoccupied column, so he's going to go here. He takes the top animal card, which is another rhino. He does a megalith action, so can he build out? He can't build on top of anything, so he's going to build the rightmost spot available, which is this one, which will be flipping something over and then taking an animal. He's going to take one that needs preference over, which is the moose. And then he's going to try to build out a thing. He can't. So he's going to move his 2 inner things, which moves this here. Okay, I think that's it. I think I got everything. Okay, our final turn for the round. We're going to play this spit roast. It's going to get us a food, which we can't take, but we're going to take the top animal card, which is another one of these guys. Great, that's awesome. And I think we're going to play out... I think I might rest, actually. Because if we rest, and I use these as part of my eclipse pile, we can tap another animal. Or do I want to place out village? I think I might want to place out my tents. That actually might be the better move. We'll place out tents. So we're going to place this out for sure, which will get us 2. We'll spend 2 here to place out these 2 tents. That'll also get us 2 more. So we get 4 movement. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. I'll come down here and spend 3 food, 1, 2, 3, to place this out here, which gets rid of those. And that'll be my turn, and I've just got this card in my hand. Then the Nomad will take his final turn, going to this spot. He will do Sacred Stone, so he's going to spend... Oh, he can't spend the 3 food, so he does a Megalith action. He's going to place it out in the rightmost spot, and then the uppermost spot, which is going to be this one. Takes a random animal card. Okay. Then he takes a Culture card, which will be this one. Takes a random animal card. And then does the Megalith action again, or the Sacred Stone action again, but can't actually do it because he doesn't have enough food, so he takes another Megalith action. So rightmost spot that's available, which will be this one. Getting him 2 food. Okay. And that'll be the turn. So his Eclipse pile is actually 1 and mine's 0, so he's actually going to beat me on turn order. So he's going to go ahead of me. He will get a Megalith action. This will get put to the bottom. He will get a Megalith action. I don't know. Can this be placed here? I think it can. I don't think there's any rule about not placing it. Each Megalith can move the place directly on the board itself, as depicted. Each Megalith you play on an upper level stacked on 4 other ones scores points. It is possible to stack a Megalith on top of 4 previously stacked Megaliths. In this case, you only score the points for the 4 you stacked on top of. Okay, so I guess technically it can happen. So they're going to place here. He's going to get 2, 4, 6, 7 points for that. So he's got his Megalith action. Then we are going to do the terrain board. So here he gets a tool. He gets 2 food. He gets 2 points. Here he goes up on this track because he beats me here. He also gets to go up on this track again, which gets him 2 more points. And then I beat him here. He gets a point for being here. Then he'll do his player board, which is 4 points for the Sacred Stones. He gets a card draw, which is to bury this, another card, which is to bury this. He gets a tool, which he converts into a food. And then he gets one of these, which sends him up on that track. So that's all his Eclipse stuff. Okay. My Eclipse stuff, I get to draw a card. I will get... Okay, he has more influence here, so I don't get this benefit because he technically counts as having influence there. I get the Megalith action, which is going to let me place this out here, which is going to let me draw 2 cards. I get 2 points here, and that's it. Then on my board, I get 1 point for each of the ones on the first level, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. And then I get another 2 points for both of those, so 4 more points. I get 2 card draws. 1, 2. A tool. And 2 movement on this track, so 1, 2. Up ahead there. Perfect. And then I think that's it for my stuff. We're going to refill this. And we're on to the last era, so this is it. This is the end of the game. We're on the last part of the game here. How many culture cards have I, or how many cards have I got? I've buried only 5, so I need to bury 2 more cards. And I gotta draw my 5. So my goal probably is to go there first if I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's my goal, is to go there first, and then if we can go there first to bury some stuff, we should be good to score that here at the end of the game. Okay, so first things first, we'll go with the AI. And they're going to go here, which is fine. They're going to get a point for each glacier they're on. So they're on 1, 2 glaciers. So they get 2 points. Now we're tied. Then they're going to try to build a village, which they can. And this is the only spot they can build a village. So they're going to build the village there. It's going to get them a culture card. They're going to get this culture card. And it's going to get them their meat all the way to the max. And then we'll flip this over to move their stuff like this. Okay. So that's their go. So we're going to, let's see, okay, I think I'm going to play this to, oh, I didn't refill this, by the way. That guy should have got refilled. So we're going to flip this over. We're going to take something. I think I want to take this. And I think I'm going to kill this sloth. It's going to get me a tool and 4 meat, which put me all the way at the end. So we're going to do that. We're going here for sure. And we will play out. That's 1, 2. One, 2, 3. And we're going to take... Oh, that's not the right spot I wanted to go. I wanted to go here. That's my bad. Hold on. I want to go there because I need to bury some cards. So we're going to go there first. Do I have the card for that? Although I do want one of the... Well, I'll come to this spot next, but I'm going to go here first. So we need to do... We're going to spend... I want to save that one. We'll do those for 3. We'll spend our 2 tools. Actually, we'll spend this for additional tool and then spend 3 tools to get 3 different cards to our hand. And we'll take this one, and this one to our hand. We're going to spend a food to bury a card, and we're going to bury this card to take something, and we'll just take the hunter to our discard pile, and then we'll get to go up on a track. We'll go up on this track to get 3 points and bury another card, and the card we're going to bury is going to be this. Is that that culture card was what we want to bury? Yeah. We're going to bury this culture card. So I think we have 7 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're good. Okay. That's our go. The nomad will go. So he's going to place out. He wants to place in this column, but I've already taken it. So his arrow is going to loop him around to go to here. He buries a card. Flips this over and it looks for an animal to take. He's going to take the leftmost, downmost ones. He's going to take this one. And then he's going to put 2 cards in his, or put 1 card in his eclipse pile. Our go. We're going to play Spit Roast. It's going to get us a food and get us a random animal card, which is another woolly mammoth. That's nice because I can get some sets going. We're going to go here, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be 4 total. I'm going to spend 3 of it on... Do I want... I want Warriors' Rights. We're going to get 3 of it on Warriors' Rights. I think... Am I have a way... Oh, I don't have any tools. Uh-oh. I goofed that up. Hold on. I really goofed that up because I have no tools and I need... hold, please. I need tools to take that Sacred Stone. I need a tool. So I guess I'm going here. No, sorry. I'm going here with this person. And where we've done this, I'm going to go here. That's going to get me a tool. And I'm going to spend this for 2 strength to just bring in that, I guess. I'm not going to get anything, and then I'm going to turn an animal. I could turn this for the meat just to get the points for it. So we're going to flip that. We're going to turn that to get the points for it, I think. Because I'm going to save these people for... I'm going to save some of this stuff for some stuff down the road. Okay. So we've done that there, and I think that's our turn. So I've got the tool now that I can do the Sacred Stone on my last turn. Okay. He will go here, which is where I wanted to go, but that's fine. He will bury a card. He will also do a Sacred Stone. He's going to do the rightmost one, which is fine by me. So it's going to be 3 food and a tool. And then he gets to get a tool back. He adds to here. And then he would do a Sacred Stone again, but because he's filled up, he's going to do a Megalith action. So rightmost, downmost. No, he can actually place this here. So he's going to score 2, 3, 4, 5 points. I think I'm on 34. Okay. And then we're going to take our last action over there. Which I don't have a culture card to play, but that's okay. So we're going to go here. We've got 1, 3. We're going to take Warrior's Rights for that. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to spend our tool and 3 food, 1, 2, 3, to take this one. Place that there. It's going to get us a card to our hand. We're going to take this to our hand. And then I'm going to do my Eclipse pile, which will just be the rest of my hand. So I'm going to win that anyway. And I believe we go through all that stuff before the last round. I mean, before the end of the game. If it's... Okay. If this is the final round of the game, skip this phase and proceed to final scoring. So the preparation phase comes after the Eclipse phase. So then we just go into final scoring. Okay. So my Eclipse is huge. So it doesn't really matter what he has because he's not going to beat me. So I take turn order from him. Okay. So now let's kind of assess everything. So for turn order track, I would do a Megalith, but I don't have any, so I can take a lesser action. So I'm going to take, I can take these in this order. I'm going to take this and bump up on this track. See if I can get up here maybe. So that was my turn order track Eclipse pile. I get to place out a village or a tent and get a food. I can move something twice. So we're going to go... Actually, I'm going to move this to here. Because he doesn't have enough influence there to get that benefit. Or would it be better to move it here? I'm going to move it here. So he can't get those benefits. But I'll still get that stuff for my... Well, no, I don't get this one. I get this one, but I don't get this one. That's fine. I'll just move that there with my 2. It doesn't really matter. And then I get 4 movement up the tracks. So I'm going to go 1, 2. That lets me bury a card. I'm going to bury this card. 3, 4. So that's done. Then I get the board here. So here I get 2 meat. I get a Megalith action, which I'm going to take in lieu of that, a movement on a track. I'm going to go up on this track, which gives me one of those. Here I get nothing. Here I get nothing. Here I get 1 point. I get nothing here, and I get nothing here because he's got more influence than I do. Finally, my board, I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. For this one, I will get 4 points. For that one, and for this one, I get 1 point for each turn sideways animal that's different, which is 5. I get a tool. I get 2 movement on this, so I'll go 1, 2. That gets me a card to my hand. And then I get 2 card draws. And that'll be my Eclipse phase. So then his Eclipse phase, he gets to draw a card, which tucks this. Over here, this beats out his stuff, so he doesn't get this because it's 4 influence. He gets 2 meat. He gets 2 points. He doesn't get it here because this is on that juncture. He doesn't get it here because I've got it. He gets the 2 points from this one. He doesn't get it there. So I kind of denied him quite a bit of stuff. Then we're going to do his board. So he gets to tuck 3 cards, which he's going to get a ton of points for that. He will go up on one of these tracks. He'll go up on this track here. He will get a thing which he'll turn into that, and then he'll get 6 points for all that. And I think that's it. I think I got everything. So now we're going to final scoring. So we'll do the final scoring for the bot first. He has his food offering track. Because he didn't make it to the top here, he didn't start on here, so he gets nothing for his food. Great. The buried cards, he's second place, so he's going to get 10 points for having at least 7 buried cards, which he does, so he gets 10. Then he's going to do tribe and culture cards, so he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points there. So 1, 2, 3, so 73. Finally, he's going to do his animals. And so for his animals, he gets 1 point, or he gets 2 points. Where's the conversion? He gets 2 points for each of these, so that's 4. He will get 3 points for having 2 of these. He will get 6 points for having the 3 of those. 1 point for the single one. 6 points, and 6 points for another 12. Alright, and I believe that's it. So he's at 99. He scored 99 points. Okay, so we're going to do our offering track. So we get 15 because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're higher on that track, so we get 15 points, putting us at 65. Then we get, for this track, our conversion for our leftover resources is 2 to 1. So we have 6 plus 1, so that's going to be 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Then we have our cards. So let's count our cards up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we had 18 points total there, which I think this culture card doesn't belong in my deck. So what did I say I had? 18, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I'm going to go back 2 and go to 86. Yeah, that's right. And then non-tipped animals. These guys are wilds for me, so I'm going to attach one of them to there, one of them to there, one on his own, I guess, and I get the 2 for this. I don't know if he has to be attached to one. I guess he does, so it doesn't really matter. So I get 5 points for that, plus 20, because 10 points for that set and 10 points for this set, so that's 25 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 111. So I kind of beat him by a decent margin, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's like a decisive victory. So I'm just not that good at the game compared to most people, which is fine. I had fun doing it, and I guess I got most of my stuff built out, which is the part that makes it a little more, not, I guess, maybe, if we tighten it up a little bit. So anyway, that's going to be the first playthrough for the 5x5. We did take a win. So I am appreciative of that. So we'll be able to see, maybe I'll up the difficulty just up a little bit to give him an additional action and see how things turn out for the next playthrough. But for the next playthrough, we'll be throwing in the Ancestors expansion, so that just changes the market and gives us some different cards to work with. So please be on the lookout for that one. But for now, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching the first part of the Endless Winter 5x5, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.